This is Zenith Online Racing. This is Thursday night's Tier 2 League. We are at
SmackDown.
SmackDown, apparently. We're at Abu Dhabi tonight. It's our Big O, and Fuzz joins me tonight in the booth. Welcome.
Again. Hi.
Again. Yeah, that's back-to-back weeks. He's gunning for
Yeah,
the
this is,
full-time job.
yeah, this is like my regular Thursday night now. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, you seem to like it, so maybe we'll keep you around. Let's see.
Thanks.
All right, full grid tonight. We've only got two reserves. That would be Zenith and Bag of Bones. Neither of those guys are going to count, so no matter where they finish, they won't be counted in the classification. So they're pretty quick drivers. They'll probably be in the top 10, so a couple guys outside the top 10 might actually pick up some points tonight. Let's see who is out first. Check out what tires people are fitting in their garage. Not mini map. Full map. Niebuhr.
Yeah, I
Probably
see
coming out.
Mercedes.
Yep, you see him getting dropped down right in front of his garage camera right there. And there he goes. I think he's the first one out.
Oh, and Alpha beat him to it.
There's a McLaren coming out. Well, there's an Alpha out there. I think that would be PDC, JXW.
JXW.
Yeah, so he'll be the first hot lap. We'll stick with JXW for the moment. It looks like they set it up for midnight.
That's fair.
Yeah,
As long
no, I
as
like
no
it.
one had a problem with it.
Yeah, I think it looks better. But we've always run it official on Mondays, so I think we just kind of left it. These guys switch it up sometimes. JXW at DRS Open on his outlap, and you see Niebuhr in the background, and then I believe that is Zenith just behind, filling in the McLaren. Looks like PDC out on his hot lap as well. He'll be just behind them, and Burns on his hot lap. He's behind Zenith, actually. The other Mercedes
So
of Scavney is out.
early predictions are in tough digital racing things. Pace Dogs is going to win.
Pace Dogs
This
to
prediction.
win.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bold one, but
It's a bold one. I think it's reasonable, though.
yeah. I mean, at least his predictions aren't as shitty as his racing, so that's,
Wow.
that's
He'll be
something.
he'll be getting you in the chat for that one, I'm sure. JXW now is just wrapping up his outlap, so we'll sit on board with him on the T-cam, and we'll watch him do the first hot lap of the evening. That Alfa Romeo car. It's a pretty good exit out of the final turn. That'll be a good run down the main straight here. A little bit of curve on the inside there. Carrying pretty good speed. So moves through this S. That curb can really catch you out. You just need to kiss it a little bit. You don't want to take too much of it, or it'll kind of spit you out on the other end. The
Nice
chicane.
and clean through the chicane so far.
Yeah. Good traction out of the hairpin there, too. A little bit of curve on the exit might cost him a little bit of time down the straight. Looking pretty sharp so far. Nothing exceptional, but nothing untidy either. Oh, runs very deep there. Oh, maybe a little bit of lag or something. It looks like he's moving well now. Not too sure what happened there. Didn't look right. I think Niebuhr is the next hot lap. He'll be behind. So JXW in the softs, Niebuhr on the softs. This guy's going straight for the softs, not wasting any time. Purple sector there for JXW, pretty obvious. The first one around. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag here with JX. Has he had connection issues the last little while? Someone else did.
Oh, Terminal Deity is out.
Oh boy, Terminal Deity
Lost
is
it,
out.
lost it in the turn too.
There's Zenith on board. Oh yeah, on the exit there. You see him. We were just on board with Zenith there. He's on a hot lap. Or sorry, Mario. My apologies. Just jumped to a McLaren. Assumed it was Zenith. So get back to JXW's finishing up his lap. 136.6. Not a great time. It's probably going to hold up okay, but Niebuhr coming around now. We'll see what kind of lap he puts in, and then we'll check him with Zenith, and I think it's Stuff 49ers just behind. Niebuhr 137.7, so he tucks in behind JXW. Zenith way at the bottom. Of course, he jumps up to the top as I get there.
37.3 on the hard. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one.
And then PDC goes on to provisional pole, 35.5. 37.3 on the hards, yeah, that's a pretty good time. Scavney crosses the line, so 136.4. I guess that would be Dove there, coming around, yeah. Just finishing up his lap. Looks to be a little off the pace here. Yeah, 139.4, so he's going to definitely need to find a few seconds if he wants to gain a few places on the race start.
It's Eric is in the final sector.
Electric Chicken goes into the pits. It's Eric and the Haas. Looks like a McLaren finishing his lap as well as that Mario. It looks like
the 49ers lost it as well.
The 49ers is out
in the first sector, right?
Yeah.
Is
that Lit Romney going around? No, it's not. It's a McLaren.
It's Eric coming around the front.
There it is. You see the car, the stricken car, the side of the track, and from Mario's camera view there. And then I believe Lit Romney as well passing by the accident. Alright, who's coming around for a hot lap? Looks like there's a Mercedes very close to another car. Let's gin it on a hot lap. Is Niebuhr heading into the pits? I assume so. Jinnit on a cooldown lap here. He's going to go for another push lap here. Let's ride on board with Jinnit here. See what kind of lap he can put in on the hards. We're not going to see a pole lap probably this early in the session, so see what one of the quicker drivers can do on the hard tire. He's got it warmed up, working nice now. Obviously, it's just for fun tonight for Jinnit. There's really no points to play for, but some good wheel-to-wheel action, hopefully, and some good racing and bragging rights.
I got Bones on a hot lap as well, coming into the second sector. I mean the third sector.
Alright, I'll keep an eye on Bag of Bones. Let's jump to him quickly while Jinnit goes around for his hot lap. Jinnit's still got a long way to go, so. Got a nice helmet there, yellow, green, and orange. It's a good combination.
A little flamboyant.
Yeah, it looks like a bag of Skittles.
Yeah, fits his personality, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Second place, Bag of Bones, filling in tonight, 35.7. Get back to Jinnit. I think he's coming around the third sector now. Into that tricky right-hander. The car is very unloaded at that point. A lot of momentum carried through that series of corners. And it's very easy to lock up and lose the car there. And Jinnit's heading into the pits, so he's not going to put that lap on the board.
Oh, D-Money coming around the final sector.
That arrow.
See what he can
Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg coming around to finish his first hot lap. A little off the pace, 139.5. Excuse me. I'm going to have to wet the whistle, I think, now.
Oh, there it is. 35-1.
T-Money.
Pole position for T-Money.
On to provisional pole. We've got a Ferrari coming around. Is that Pace Dogs? Or GP? The GP. 136.2 from GP. Goes into fourth. And then behind him we have an Alpha. JXW on an out lap, and a McLaren behind. Is that Mario? Mario looks like he is on a push lap. He looks like he's having a very bad lap, though. His time is way off the pace, so he's probably heading into the pits. Let's get to that Red Bull. Bag of Bones. So you're putting another lap in, heading into the pits, I assume. Yes.
Oh, Airstrike is coming out of the pits for the first time.
Wolfsburg's still going around on those mediums. So he's not pushing, though. He's got it turned down. Got a Renault. It's Electric Chicken. It's on his out lap. He's just about to start a hot lap. Got Coxie coming out.
With the fan-painted bananas.
Yeah. Coxie's still in the pits, actually. I saw he switched over, but These guys need to get times on the board. I guess they're looking maybe put in a medium lap and then a soft run at the end to see if they can improve. Purple sector for Electric Chicken there.
Oh.
This could be a very good time.
On the
He's getting a
mediums
lot
too.
of traffic here, though. He's probably going to pick up a nice slipstream here. Not from Coxie, but from... Oh. Haas Cars pulls over. Doesn't give him any advantage. Kind of smart, really.
I forgot to mention it. Monday night, you gave me a slipstream down the straight. Was that
Yeah.
intentional, or did you just not notice I was there?
Oh, come on. Do you think I would intentionally give you a slipstream? Give me a break.
I don't know.
There's no
maybe-
way. There's no way. I didn't
Maybe.
realize what I was doing. I was just ripping along, and I was like, oh, shit. I think Chicken cut that, but it didn't register as red, so I think maybe he gets away with that. Or at least was close.
Yeah, so far
Yeah.
he's fine.
Yeah, there's no way I'm giving you a slipstream on purpose.
I mean, maybe you. I just hoped maybe you've grown to like me, but you know, maybe that's asking for too much.
I mean, me and Puff don't even coordinate slipstream, so Chicken runs a little wide there, but I think he just kept the tire
Aerostrike
in.
retired?
Aerostrike binned it. He's
Aerostrike
out.
lost that. Oh, wow.
Aerostrike has lost it, and I think the next car that's actually going to be close to seeing his stricken car is Electric Chicken, so we'll stay on board with him. Electric Chicken slows down. That's his teammate Coxie going through. We'll get to Coxie, see if we can get a peek at Aero's car. There it is. He is.
There it
Ooh,
is.
that looks like a nasty crash. A really weird spot for the car to be stopped. Yeah, Aero's out, so he's going to be starting at the back of the grid tonight. That's surprising to say the least. I mean, predictions for tonight now. Earlier in the day, we thought Aero might not make the race, and we were thinking like, well, okay, well, who's going to win the race? And you know, put your money on T-Money. Would be the most likely bet because Axton's also not here tonight either. T-Money though currently sitting on provisional pole. Aero out, so Aero's got a lot of work to do, but T-Money and Aero are usually trading punches most nights. So with that huge field spread advantage,
Yeah, T-Money will be looking to eradicate that 70-point gap in the championship.
yeah, he needs to win this race.
Yeah.
Hope that Aero doesn't pick up too many points, but you know Aero's probably gonna get up there towards the podium. We'll see. I mean, he binned it in quali. You could do it during the race too. You never know. Coxie,
Someone could take him out.
we're on board with Coxie. I think he's finishing his first hot lap here. This looks like it might be a pretty solid time. Let's see what we can put up. Goes
Nice
to
and
fifth.
clean lap.
Yeah, good lap on the mediums there. That's sixth place actually. Just got edged out by Lit Romney on the softs. Good lap from Lit Romney there actually. Puts himself in fifth.
Fastest of the medium runners, should I point out? If he can manage top 10 on the medium tires, that would be pretty solid.
Yeah, I think he could have a pretty good race if he can do that. I mean, you could definitely think about the one stop if you think that you can work those hard tires properly. They don't really have much pace though. It's hard to say. Alright, you got anybody else on a hot lap here? It looks like there's an Alpha crossing the line. That's JXW coming out of the pits, so that must be PDC. PDC heading into the pits, actually, as well. Let's move to the Mercedes. And it's Scavney in the pits. Niebuhr out on track. You're on an out lap. Is that T-Money on a flyer? We got the Renault on a flyer. We got Coxie doing another lap. He's probably doing a cool down lap, or probably heading into the pits realistically. T-Money on a flyer, so let's see what he can do. He's up a 10th, so he'll be able to improve his time. At this point, if he improves by even a few tenths, he might hang on to that pole position.
2.5 tenths up at the minute. So he's set to be the first person to go into the 34s today.
Yeah, interesting to note, Pace Dog's generally up there fighting for pole position. He's sitting in 18th right now, so he hasn't really got a good lap on the board yet. Looking through the field, though, I'm not really seeing the potential for T-Money to lose this pole position, especially if he improves this lap. 35 flat,
35
so improves just under a tenth. It's not really what he was hoping for, but he's still 3/10 up on the next guy. So
No, yeah, he definitely lost a couple tenths in the third sector that he
and
probably wasn't expecting to.
do you think he's got enough fuel to go around again? Because he's running. He doesn't have time to go into the pits.
I don't know. I wouldn't imagine he would have fueled up for 2 laps.
No, he's probably thinking he just needed to do that one lap and then he'd be fine, right? But his closest rival PDC right behind him actually on his out lap right now. So got Lit Romney. No, that would be it's Eric crossing the line, starting his lap.
Janet's just started a lap on the mediums, flying now.
I think Wolfsburg just started a lap as well. So let's keep an eye on T-Money. See what he does. Check him with Scavney. He's coming out for an out lap. I think Niebuhr putting in a hot lap currently. Or, yeah, he is. Looks like he's pushing. Now he heads into the pits. Who's that? Mario's invalidated his lap, so he'll be heading into the pits, but he's not going to have time to get back out either. Coxey's retired.
Base Dogs was finally on his out lap.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can
stays out. No, T-Money pits, so T-Money's done. That's it. He won't get a better time on the board. This is a really good opportunity for some of these drivers that are knocking at the door here. If they get a proper lap in, they might have a chance here. PDC being one of those guys. Let's ride aboard with PDC, actually. And we'll see what he does. Do we have anybody else on a flyer right now? Let's stick with PDC. He's the closest one.
Yeah. Wolfsburg in the third sector. Janet coming out in the final corner now. Jumps up into P7 with a 30. Coxey on the same compound. Good job, Coxey.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Coxey puts in a really solid lap there. If he starts 6th, 7th, or 8th even, really, on those mediums, he's in a really good spot. He needs to have a really tidy start and just find some space, and he could have a pretty good race. PDC now, he's up 3/10. That's very close.
PDC pole position, book it. Big predictions from the chat.
Yeah, someone said it. Let's see.
Yeah.
No pressure. Oh! Yeah, it looks like a bit of lag. It looks like he's actually okay.
Oh, yeah. It looked like he had
he ran very deep. Oh, no!
That was definitely a wobble.
Yeah, that wasn't lag. PDC blew it. He might have had pole. Scavney on a lap? It looks like Scavney is. He's up, so he could improve, but he's not up by much. Only 5/100ths. Still a potential to improve that lap, though. Needs a few tenths in the final sector. Who else do we have on a lap? There's got to be...
Bones is on a lap.
Janet's on a lap, too. Let's see what he can do. I don't know, Janet doesn't look like he's...
No, I think Janet already set his lap.
Yeah, Janet's done. Scavney coming around. Let's see what Scavney does. He's got a chance to improve his time. Not sure if he can get another place. Nope,
he
he's
doesn't
down.
improve.
JXW doesn't look like he improved either. Got a Ferrari coming around. Is that Pace Dogs? Pace Dogs into 5th, so good lap. He gets himself into a good spot. It's not really what he was looking for. He might be... Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting race, actually. The grid's mixed up pretty nicely. You know, the Renaults... Coxey puts himself into 7th on the mediums. Good performance from him. Electric Chicken sitting in 15th. So that's I think that's Chicken's worst qualifying performance of the season so far. Coxey has generally been right behind Chicken or close to, and Coxey with the good performance tonight. Chicken struggled. Couldn't put a good lap on the board, but yeah, as you mentioned, GP Colin up into 2nd, bumps PDC. And it looks like that's it for qualifying. We will review the order shortly. only be a few moments until the race starts here under the lights, Abu Dhabi. This is Tier 2. T-Money on pole. GP Collin takes second. PDC's in third. Bag of Bones is fourth. Scabney is fifth. Pace Dogs in sixth. Lit Romney seventh. Coxie is in eighth. Jinnit in ninth. JXW 10th. It's Eric 11th. Burns 12th. Mario 13th. Wolfsburg in 14th. Electric Chicken 15th. Niebuhr 16th. Dove 49ers in 17th. Hans with no time in 18th. Terminal Deity 19th. And Aerostrike in 20th. Pretty crazy. Aerostrike starting from dead last tonight. It's going to be a very interesting thing. See what chat thinks about where Aero might finish. Podium? See if anyone thinks it's doable. I think he could hit 5th at least.
My money is on Coxie for the podium tonight.
You think so?
Quickest of the medium runners. He's on the superior strategy. I think if he can keep it clean, he's got a shot.
Yeah, Gilzo cheering him on too. So
Gilzo started coaching him. Never mind, scratch what I said about Coxie getting a podium. PDC for the win. That would be something. That would be
GP
something.
Collins right there though. I think why is no one giving T-Money credit? T-Money could very well run away with this.
I think people just want to see T-Money lose because we'd expect him to win.
I guess, yeah, but he really needs the win. Arrow's sitting in 20th tonight. This is the perfect night to convert. Like, it's like pretty much necessary, really. It's already 70 points behind, and we're very early in the year, and Aerostrike doesn't make many mistakes. Because we want a new winner, Puff says. Well, that's fair. All right. Should be any moment now.
PDC, the hotshot rookie. He is. He's the first one that's challenged for the podium right off the bat, other than, the usual suspects, Axton, T-Money, and Aerostrike.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's had some pretty good pace since he started racing here for sure. He had a couple good drives as a reserve, and then he got a seat pretty quick and brought a lot of points with him right away. And he's having a pretty good championship. Actually, we do want to review the championship order. So why don't we do that while we're doing the formation lap, which hasn't even really started yet. So should have plenty of time to go through that. After round 5, China. Well, that's outdated, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. RC, damn it.
Standings guy has been slacking.
Well, anyway, the standings after China are Aerostrike with 120 points. That's pretty massive. Axton's got 77, T-Money with 51, Electric Chicken 48, GP Collin 33, Scabney 33, Pace Dogs 27. It's Eric 22, Terminal Deity 22, Coxie 12, Burns 12, PDC 8. I think PDC's got far more now. It's almost pointless reading these out. As I was reading them, I just felt less and less interested because I knew they were so inaccurate. So, yeah.
After
anyways,
China, we had
the race
Japan,
is starting soon.
That's it.
Yeah, so we're missing a race there in the standings.
Okay, yeah. So the gap between T-Money and Aerostrike should be about 63 points.
Right. At least the formation lap's starting now, so we can talk about something else other than the outdated standings.
The most interesting part of the race.
Oh yeah. Well, usually for most people it's quite dull, but for some people it's quite adventurous.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Adventures are nice, going off track, finding little shiny objects.
Testing out the donut capabilities.
Yep. Let's just say it's heating up tires. It's a technique. It's a 300 IQ pro level technique that not everyone gets, but
right. And then you're transported to the grid with overheated tires. So by the time the race starts, you're pretty much good to go.
Exactly.
All right. Interesting strategy. JXW's left the session, so he's dropped. I don't think either of us can get him an invite. I'm pretty sure I gave him 2, maybe at least. Some hopefully he's got a backup invite. If anybody in the lobby can hear, maybe Arrow. Arrow, I know is listening. He's in last on the formation lap. Maybe you can shoot JXW an invite.
Yeah,
Just hit
GXW says
pause
session
because
no
Arrow
longer
won't.
exists.
Arrow's not going to hit anybody, and he's not going to cause any issues on the
Yeah.
formation lap if he AIs.
We did hear about some other lobbies having issues.
Yeah. We've been okay tonight, but JXW's had some connection issues in the past, I think. I don't think I'm mistaken. Pretty sure it's been him that's had the connection drop a couple times on him during a race. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking Arrow could shoot him an invite, but Arrow's probably like, "Fuck you, man. I'm trying to warm up my medium tires here so I can get a good start. I don't have time to be inviting people."
His backup isn't working either, he says.
Ah,
He's saying the session doesn't exist. Hopefully
too
he
bad.
can get in before the race starts.
Well, if anybody crashes out early, DM them on Discord and see if they can get the invite out before they leave. Anyways, the grid is reformed. It's time to go. Got T-Money on pole, GP in second, PDC in third, and Bag of Bones sitting in fourth. The lights are on. We've got 3 lights on. We've got 5 lights on. And it's go. T-Money is off. Good start for T-Money. It looks like he got an excellent leap. And PDC actually jumps GP Colin around the outside into turn 1.
GP Colin,
Runs a bit
GP
wide.
Colin
GP defends that. And PDC takes it. Good move from PDC on the start there to take that position. We've got Pace Dogs right behind Bag of Bones here, looking down the inside. I don't think he's close enough. And then, ooh, Scavney. Did Scavney tag the back of Pace Dogs there? He looks like he may have. And we've got a McLaren on the outside. Oh! Looks like these two have collided. Is that Jinnit and maybe just ghosting or something? It looks like there may be a little bit of a lag issue there. Romney and Jinnit look like they were ghosting into each other. Let's get back to the front there. Is that Pace Dogs taking a look down the inside? It is. He sends it down the inside on Bones. Side by side. Good job from both drivers here, keeping it clean. Pace Dogs on the back foot on the exit, though. And that has compromised his run. Scavney now taking a look around the outside here. Scavney has a very good chance to take this place, capitalize on that compromised exit. I don't think he's going to get it done. Great job from Pace Dogs defending that and getting a good line into the chicane. Oh, big crash here behind. Looks like Jinnit has crashed, and it looks like some other cars have been collected in that, maybe with wing damage themselves. I think it's Eric, maybe one of them? It's Eric carrying a lot of wing damage, yes. It looks like he's lost an end plate there, and he's going to have to pit more than likely. Definitely Jinnit will be looking to... Wait, was that? Sorry, it wasn't Jinnit. My apologies.
Oh, the two Williams are side by side battling.
There they go. Into the final couple turns, and they bump. I think they're clean, though. Hans runs very deep. Terminal looking for that switchback. Doesn't get it. This has been a very crazy first couple laps here. It's a lot of action through the field. Even up front, the guys are very close still. Looks like Mario's run very deep there. Looks like he might get passed by Arrow. Arrow's all over the back of him here. Into the chicane. Arrow's got a shot. He might make a move. He does. He sends it very deep and late, but gets on the brakes perfectly. Excellent move from Arrow there. Finds a way through. That's done wonders. He's already up 7 places. Up into 13th now.
It's Eric and the other Haas were the biggest losers of the first lap.
Yeah.
It's Eric was the only one, fortunately, to pick up, fortunately the only one, unfortunate for him, to pick up wing damage. So he'll be trundling around the back of the pack unless there's a safety car.
Yeah, and I think Renault got caught in that too. I don't know if it was Chicken. It looked like he bumped the drivers, but I don't think he picked up any wing damage. It looks like he's running okay at the moment. He's got Niebuhr just behind. He's got a few seconds gap to Niebuhr, and then he's pressuring... he's just catching Jinnit, who is actually pressuring Coxie at the moment. and then Scavney, Pace Dogs, Bag of Bones, GP Colin, PDC, all within DRS of T-Money. So T-Money just sort of managing that gap early in the race here, but he's under pressure from PDC.
Hans gets past Niba, puts another car between him and his teammates, so he might have a little bit of breathing room. Terminal Deary goes wide into the penultimate corner. Penalties are going to probably play a big role at the end.
Hans is also up 8 places too, and Electric Chicken's up 6, so that's a very good start from both those guys. And Niebuhr as well up 5 places, so a lot of guys up. Probably a few drivers got collected in that incident there. I know the Haas drivers definitely hit each other, and then it looked like a yellow, maybe a Renault was mixed in as well.
Burns has lost his wing. He lost it.
Yeah.
Turn 2. Safety car. There it is.
We've got a safety car early, so no massive gaps at the moment, but this will close up the grid, and this will allow anybody with wing damage or maybe these soft runners consider jumping onto the hards at this point, see how long they can go on those. I don't know. It's really hard to say. It's pretty early in the stint, though. I think safety car ends around lap 6 right now, probably. Maybe lap 5 even, because it might be a minor safety car.
It's early, but it's a free pit stop, keep in mind. People might benefit from pitting on the mediums even at this point.
I think guys in the front maybe stay out, but guys in 6th or 7th, let's check the tire information. I haven't put that up yet, and yeah. Maybe someone like Pace Dogs or Scabney considers a pit stop here and gets on the mediums. I think that might be a good plan, but even then, though, they're really only 2 laps fresher than the guys they're going to be pitting into on track. It's not necessarily going to give them much of an advantage, so somebody with a comment there will check in on that and see what they think.
I think the medium runners are going to win out a lot through the safety car.
Just Gilzo fawning over Coxie more.
I mean, to be fair, Coxie's done pretty well so far. He's, like I said, he's the first of the medium runners, so he's going to gain a lot. He's going to get a lot of places for free right now.
He's sitting in prime position, really. Coxie's sitting in a great spot on those mediums because, Jinnit pressuring him. Even if Jinnit is hounding him, just let Jinnit go. Don't fight Jinnit. There's no point. He doesn't count. So, in my opinion, it's like you think about your race, right? Don't think about the pride of like, can I race Jinnit wheel to wheel? It doesn't matter. You can think about racing your teammate at Chicken behind. Actually, good to point out that Chicken and Hans have gained a few extra places here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they've benefited from Bones and Scavney pitting for the mediums.
Oh, those Ferrari drivers almost collide there.
Where have I heard that before?
Britain, season 2.
You said almost, so that's incorrect.
Sorry, wasn't it? I believe it was.
Yeah, but you said
Ferraris. I believe it was. I believe it was called a calamity.
Calamity. But you said almost collide. We didn't almost collide. We collided, straight up.
I don't think I said almost. Did I?
You said.
I said the first. Okay. But you're the one that said, "Where have I heard that before?"
Yeah, I have. But it's not quite the same because these guys didn't collide.
No, they didn't collide. They were damn close. Space Tugs nearly lost his front wing and nearly shoved it into the gearbox of his teammate GP Colin. Something GP Colin probably would not like too much tonight. Bad news for Space Dogs. But pretty good showing for the Ferrari boys tonight. Sitting 3rd and 4th at the moment. They're definitely in shape for a potential win or maybe even a 2nd place finish here.
Yeah, I feel like other than Red Bull, Ferrari are probably the most consistent team. And I feel like I always see these two in the top 5.
Yeah.
Almost every week.
Sorry, other than Red Bull?
Yeah, other than T-Money and Axton. As a team. Right.
Sorry, I was looking at Bones and I was like, well, Bones is sitting in 14th, and I was like, yeah. But Axton, yeah, you're right. Axton and T-Money. Yeah. Excellent drivers. They are a very consistent team. They're usually fighting for podiums weekly. But GP Colin and Pace Dogs usually knocking at the door. But obviously with Axon out tonight and Aerostrike stuck down in 9th currently, which is actually pretty damn good so far. GP Colin and Base Dogs have a chance here to fight for a podium. They'll definitely be hoping to find a way past PDC, at least one of them, and then they can play a little bit of a strategy game there, and maybe keep Aero behind one of them.
Oh, Bones gets a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits.
Oh, that's
gotta be careful under the safety car. Yeah, the penalties are extremely harsh under safety car conditions, so you have to be extra careful not to cut any corners.
I'm sure he'll really appreciate you lecturing him about getting penalties under safety car.
I mean,
based on the banter I've seen, anyways, I don't know.
It's a fact. Like, I didn't get a penalty under the 2 safety cars that we had, so I guess I'm in a good position to lecture anyone, for that matter.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm sure Bones would too. Especially coming from a guy who's spun a notable amount of times on formation laps. It's not like this happened twice or 3 times. It's like,
yeah, but
it's probably close to 10, at least that I'm aware of.
We expect a better driving standard from one of us stewards.
Yeah, we also expect a better driving standard from someone who claims he's capable of winning races as well. So I'm not too sure that's much of an argument.
5-second.
Oh no! For collision with Burns.
He's in front of Burns. That makes no sense.
No, Come on, game. Yeah, that'll probably be reviewed then. Safety car is in this lap. You see T-Money dropping back, letting the pace slow down behind, and gets a nice gap to that safety car there. The safety car just about to head into the pit lane, so T-Money's probably good to hit the gas now. I think he did that well. Definitely learned from the last time for sure. Oh, locks up into turn 1. That's going to compromise him. BDC struggling a bit. Let's see what we got down the field here. It's not the great... Oh, someone's off. Niebuhr has binned it. Oh, he spun right into the wall. I saw that car just snap out of picture. And looks like he's kept going, but definitely he's going to have a lot of wing damage there. He'll be pitting for sure. So right off the safety car, those cold tires, like you said, you called that.
Yeah.
And there's Bag of Bones.
To be fair, it doesn't look like he has wing damage at the minute.
Oh, he looks like he snapped around pretty hard.
He might have just gotten away. Yeah, he might have just gotten away with it.
Maybe just a full spin. Be interesting to see. We'll see after the race. GP Colin with a run on PDC here. Looks like he's got a really good chance to overtake him here.
On the inside.
Oh, PDC trying to outbrake on the outside. GP, they touch. PDC has to yield. Yeah, I think it was smart there because GP definitely had the better line out of that next corner.
Yeah, and without DRS, he might just like he'll just need to hold on until the DRS gets activated again.
So PDC, he cuts that corner. PDC, and he bobbles it a bit. His tires must be very cold because he is under threat now from the second Ferrari Pace Dogs. Pace Dogs actually has a chance to go around the outside here. It's a pretty dangerous spot to try it. I don't blame him for backing out of that. You can see the driver ahead struggling a little bit with his tires, so going on the outside of him in a high-load corner, probably not the best game plan. Peace Dogs bumps that curb a bit, and all of a sudden, Coxie is right on the tail. And Electric Chicken right behind as well, so the Renaults reunited. Despite Chicken's poor qualifying performance, he is up into 6th early in this race.
Yeah, I think it's best for the Renaults to just work together, keep pulling each other along, stay in the slipstream and DRS of Pace Dogs or PDC.
We've got a great scrap here for the final podium position. And look at all these drivers right on the tail of PDC. He's lost so much time to GP Colin already. And GP Colin is now on his way to hunt down T-Money, it looks like. Oh, big yellow flag here. It looks like every driver has gotten back. I missed what happened and who it was, but got JXW at the back now. So probably JXW lost the car.
I don't see any broken wings at the minute, so that's good.
Han's very close to Chicken here.
Oh, Pace Dogs gets a run on PDC as well.
Han sends it.
Oh,
he locks up hard. Ooh, that was a very aggressive overtake. I don't think I'm not sure he got that done cleanly.
Aero gets around on Chicken, gets a very much nicer exit on the straight.
Hans really put Chicken in a bad spot there. Aero's going to probably get him around the outside here. Actually, great job from Chicken. He defends nicely.
Oh, Aero gets it around the outside.
Yeah, into the chicane.
Brilliant move.
It was excellent. Hans, though, definitely probably going to be visiting the stewards after that race. That was a bit of a bump pass, it looked like, from the in-car camera, but he locked up. He got the car rotated okay, and he definitely had the inside line, so maybe it was clean, but from my perspective, it looked like he kind of left Chicken. He hung Chicken out to dry there, and then Chicken was then compromised down the straight and was attacked by Aero. So Aero already threatening for the podium, and it's only lap 8.
GP Colin is going to look to make a move for the lead.
Very interesting.
So he's not making it easy for T-Money, even in the absence of Axton and Aerostrike up in the mix. Oh, PDC spun it.
PDC is off. He has lost the car.
He's lost an end plate as well.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot now. Base Dogs now freed up to go chase GP. Close that gap down to his teammate, who's looking for a way through on T-Money at the moment.
Oh,
Base Dogs on the inside, defends on Coxie on those soft tires. Coxie looking for a way around on those mediums, looking for that final podium position on the mediums. He's got an excellent run here with that DRS. He's got far more traction than Pace Dogs. Looks like Coxie's up into third. Excellent drive so far from Coxie. Up into third place at the moment.
Hans and Pace Dogs side by side as well.
Oh, Hans runs very deep, and Aero looks for a way through. Aero and Hans bumping here. Hans and Aero going wheel to wheel through the corners here, and it looks like Hans has yielded. And Electric Chicken found a way through as well. Hans gone very deep on the exit. It looks like Hans in a terrible spot, and it looks like Bag of Bones might even get through here. Hans just really scruffy driving right now, and it's cost him a few places. But good to see that Chicken's made his way back through after that last overtake. Aerostrike
up into 5th.
Yeah, Aerostrike up into 5th. He's already pressuring Pace Dogs now, and then Coxie on those mediums as well as Aero on the mediums.
Okay,
he's sitting in 3rd.
Chicken spitted fairly early, 8-lap-old mediums.
He must be going to the hards.
Not sure why.
Maybe he's going to the hards thinking clear air. He's going to the softs.
He's gone on the mediums again.
Oh.
An interesting move. Oh, I guess he'll pit around lap 20, 21 for the softs again.
Yeah, okay. That could work. If he's in clear air, it might work. He's definitely got pace. Just seemed to get stuck and caught up in a lot of traffic here. But GP Colin now has a run down the inside on T-Money.
Terminal D80 has a moment in the second turn. He loses the wing as well.
Excellent defense from T-Money there, but that's going to give GP Colin another run with the DRS. Here we go. GP Colin with the DRS. Is he going to send it around the outside or the inside? He goes to the outside. T-Money defends that excellently. But GP Colin has to think about the gap he's got behind. He's got nearly 7 seconds behind. He doesn't have to get this done right now. He can do this very conservatively and still take the lead of this race. Oh, what an excellent scrap for first right now.
Oh, Bag of Bones has been spun as well. I think he made contact with Hans, and there wasn't enough room.
So Hans tangled up with another driver. Not having a great night out there. Aerostrike is all over the back of Coxie already. Yeah, Coxie really has to think about the long run tonight. He's in a good spot. If he just kind of lets Aero go here, he could just find a nice cushy spot and sit in 4th. If I were Coxie, I wouldn't really be fighting this. I know Aero's ridiculously quick.
Pace Dogs, interestingly, has pitted and put on the hard tires, so he's on a one-stop. He'll be looking to go right to the end.
Yep, so that'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye on Pace Dogs to see what kind of lap times he can put up on those hards. Chicken has passed Pace Dogs, though, so that's good news for Chicken. That worked out for him, the undercut. Yep. Aerostrike finds a way through on Coxie here. Good job on Coxie not to fight that too hard. He's not going to gain much from it. Scabney finds a way through on Hans here. Around the outside. And down the inside on the chicane. Oh, he leaves him just enough space there. Good driving from both guys there. They kept it pretty clean through that chicane there. Scabney looking to cover that inside line off. Hans stays there. He's not giving it up. And I think Hans down the inside might have a chance. He gets the move done. So Hans overtakes Scabney once more. Scabney looking for another way to fight back. And Wolfsburg sneaking in behind. Smells blood. Looking for a chance to pounce. Scabney and Hans duking it out still. So a few drivers have pit. Take a look at who has stopped. Scabney has stopped already. So that's interesting for Scabney. If he finds a way through on Hans here, he's already got a pit stop done. Must have pit very early. Did he get tangled up in an incident, Scabney?
He probably pit under the safety car, Scabney, and...
Hans pits, Aero pits. So Scabney's pit stop under the safety car has actually put him in an excellent spot then. That was a good call.
Yep.
Sitting in 4th currently, and he's already got probably quite a ways to go on these tires still. At least another 10 laps probably. Could get on the softs at the end, so it'll be a 2-stop for Scabney, but a 2-stop from 4th, probably not a bad choice. Wolfsburg behind, looking to close that gap, and he's got Ginnet all over the back of him.
Yeah, and Scabney's first pit stop being under the safety car, he pretty much just didn't lose any time, just lost a bunch of track position, so...
Yeah, exactly.
That'll do him good overall. His race.
Ginnet looks to send it. Oh, he tags Wolfsburg's rear left and nearly spins him out there. Ginnet definitely just locked up the brakes, lost a little bit of too much grip into that corner, and rear-ended Wolfsburg. Luckily, nothing too major comes of it. Ginnet looks like he's got a much better run this time. Still not close enough, though. Wolfsburg covers him off. Ginnet's just going to have to wait probably till the main straight. Wolfsburg with a huge moment there. Wolfsburg into the wall, it looks like. Did Wolfsburg save that, actually? No, he didn't lose anything. I think he's okay. We see Lit Romney and Bag of Bones scrapping behind as well. Bag of Bones looking around the outside into the triple right-hander. This is a very tough corner.
Nah, he'd be smarter off just...
Yeah, definitely needs to wait that one out. And we've got Chicken pressuring Eric here. Look at... Oh, he's down the inside, and he's not quite close enough. Looked like he might have had a shot there, but couldn't quite close the gap. Oh, GP Colin and T-Money pit. GP Colin's out. Where's T-Money? T-Money's out in front of him still. Ginnet goes through. Let's see where T-Money comes out. GP Colin as well. Looks like they have been passed by Lit Romney and Bag of Bones.
Oh, Coxie's lost it.
Coxie's lost it. Oh,
no.
Oh, and it's a virtual safety car as well. Coxie, what a terrible moment for him. He was having such a good drive. He was sitting in 4th, looking like he could easily score a good handful of points tonight, and he is out. Tragic. The chat weeps. F.
It does. X in the chat for Coxie.
F.
The fans are crestfallen. Heartbroken.
Yeah, tragic. Alright, green flags, let's go. It's Eric looking to pressure Electric Chicken now on the restart, and it looks like Pace Dog's also all over the back of him. It's Eric has a chance here. Oh, Pace Dog's, whoa! And that, who is that down the inside? Hans down the inside on both cars gets through. What an excellent move from Hans.
Hans has had whatever the opposite of a quiet race is.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
I don't think he's had a moment to breathe. I don't think he's had a single second to breathe. Oh, goes wide, picks up a 3-second time penalty. Still makes a move around the outside. That's incredible.
Yeah, I think that move to the outside was what gave him such a pace advantage through the corner, and probably why the game dinged him for that. But you know, I have to say, really, like, he probably can make up those 3 seconds that he lost there on the penalty. It's not a terrible decision to do that if it worked. Both Red Bull drivers very close. So T-Money now behind his teammate. They've both stopped. Let's get the tire data back up. T-Money needs to get by his reserve teammate, Bag of Bones. Well, he doesn't really have to, but he really can't afford to be losing time to him.
Absolutely. Just get the toe off him and make the move real quick.
And then GP Colin and Arrow both on fresh tires just behind, so...
Janet and DRS looking to make a move on Scavney into the hairpin. Yeah, makes it pass in DRS, but Scavney is still effectively in the lead.
Yeah, exactly. And he's already pit, so he's on par with Lit Romney right now, but he's on a little bit of a different strategy than T-Money and Bag of Bones. Sorry, T-Money and GP Colin. Bag of Bones on the same strategy as Scavney and Lit.
And Aero Strike.
And Jinnit, really, too, yeah.
Right,
well, Arrow's got 2-lap-old mediums, so he's gone into pit, and he's still right behind GP Colin.
Yeah, so GP Colin, T-Money, and Aero Strike are pretty much in the same race at the minute. It'd be interesting to see how Scavney does after his final pit stop. Maybe goes on the softs and charges down. But we'll see what his pace is like. Too early to judge.
It is a little too early to judge. Lit Romney is really holding these guys up. T-Money really needs to find a way through here down the straight. And it would give him a bit of an advantage if he's the only one that can sneak through here. It might help him out. So he's got Bag of Bones and GP Colin right up his arse right at the moment. And Arrow very close as well. So T-Money's perceived gap that he had over Arrow to start the race is now basically non-existent. Well, that's a talking point for sure. An excellent drive from Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow makes a bit of contact with GP Colin, but looks fine. Doesn't look like he picked up any damage from that.
GP Colin has an excellent run on Bones here, and it looks like T-Money has found a way through on Lit Romney, no problem. So we expect that. Bag of Bones, GP Colin side by side into the corner. GP locks up a little bit. Oh, they bump wheel to wheel there. I think that's clean though. GP maintains the place.
Oh, Arrow's got a run on GP.
And Arrow, that's given Arrow an excellent run on both drivers. Could he find a way through both? He does.
3 wide.
3 wide into the corner. Unbelievable driving from these three. Unbelievable. GP is the loser there. He's lost out to both guys. Arrow Strike is now all over the back of Bag of Bones. Wow, this is quite the scrap. And, you know, you say the reserves, like, well, they don't count. What's the point? But this is why, you know, these things like this going on. I think Bag of Bones just moves out of the way there to let those guys have a race. It's good sportsmanship from him. Yeah, he's probably realizing he's compromising them a bit. Yeah. But maybe had an illegal overtake, I'm not too sure. Either way, GP Colin now behind Arrow Strike. Not something he would have been hoping for. His excellent qualifying, and now it's evaporated. And Lit Romney is currently the buffer between T-Money and Arrow. And Lit Romney 2 seconds behind, Arrow 1.5 seconds behind Lit Romney. So T-Money actually has that gap now, and he can play with that and manage it through the rest of the race here. Though the way Arrow's been driving, I'm not too sure. Yeah. I'm not too sure that T-Money has the pace advantage here. I think Arrow might get him anyways.
Oh, Arrow has a bit of a moment out of the hairpin.
He does, and that's going to give GP Colin a run with the DRS. Here we go. GP Colin tucks in behind. He's got that slipstream, maximizes it, pulls to the outside, sorry, the inside. And I think GP's got that move done. Yeah, that mistake from Arrow has cost him immensely now. He's going to have to find a way through. And it looks like he's not got the greatest exit down this straight either, actually.
Yeah, it's going to have DRS gaining.
GP covers that inside. He's going to make Arrow go around the long way. GP runs deep, GP but he covers it off. Good job from GP defending there. It was excellent defending. Makes Bigga proud. Although this year you wouldn't know it. Arrow Strike. Arrow Strike still looking for a way through here, and Lit Romney just being the cork in the bottle at the moment for a real race here, because T-Money now has almost a 5-second lead over GP, and Arrow nearly crashes into GP, and that's going to cost him a bit of time here. And you see Lit Romney finally pits, and I think he's probably going for the hards if he's pitting now.
Medium, I think he's going to medium.
Another set of mediums, he's on them, though.
I don't know what I don't remember what he started on. Yeah, he's gone on another set of mediums. He's gonna take them to the end of the race.
That's his second stop. Oh, maybe he started on the softs. Fair enough.
T-Money is right on the back of Scavney. He'll be looking to make a move for the lead. In the RS, he gets an excellent exit. Gets it done almost before the RS even begins. Scavney just needs to hold on. It's probably the right time for Scavney to pit as well.
Yeah.
Go on a fresh set of mediums. Fight back.
GP under threat from Arrow again. But look at the gap that T-Money's carved out for himself here. He's done an excellent job. Just making that one overtake has given him nearly a 6-second lead over GP and Arrow. And Arrow looks like he's going to find a way through on the outside here. Not a very good camera angle on either car there. I couldn't really see what happened, but Arrow's strike does come out, and it comes out in front. So
yeah, it also helps T-Money a lot that these two have been side by side through the hairpins almost every lap, so they're compromising each other pretty much, just letting T-Money get away.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I agree. Other than that, now that Arrow's made his way through, and presuming that he maintains this gap, GP though really not letting him breathe, but presuming he maintains this gap, we don't have any other particularly close battles. We've got a couple guys within a few seconds of each other, so we're just going to be watching these gaps over the next few laps and see if we can get any more wheel-to-wheel action here, though GP might be providing that down the main straight if he can stick through here in the first sector. He's losing a bit of time here.
Slightly pulling away.
Somebody close behind here. It's Eric and Dove 49ers. I'll check with them real quick. Looks like GP, not really gaining on Arrow like he needs to down the straight there. But on board with it's Eric. It looks like he has a shot on Dove 49ers here into turn one. Is he going to send it? He does. They're side by side. He runs a bit deep, and I think he pushes Dove off the track a little bit there. Not too sure that was super clean, but yeah. I'd be a little disappointed if I was Dove. I think that was a bit deep. Let Romney on PDC here cannot find a way through. He was very close down the straight there, but couldn't get it done. So, all of a sudden, a couple of close gaps after we thought there was none. GP Colin still pressuring Arrow. And, I have to say, that's great news for T-Money.
These two are out for blood. They're not going to stop.
Romney looking for a way through a PDC here. He's got those fresh mediums on the versus the old soft, so he's definitely going to be looking to get through here quickly. PDC probably not going to be staying out too much longer on those softs as he heads into the pit lane. And Pace Dogs now overtakes Bag of Bones, who pits. Wolfsburg passes him as well. Let Romney, so Bag of Bones losing quite a few places there in the pit stop. GP Colin still pressuring Arrow, who is caught up to Scavney, and now T-Money probably wants to turn that battery up a little bit and start defending that gap. Because Arrow is through clean, and it looks like GP Colin's going to have to wait his turn. He has not found a way through yet.
Yeah, Scavney's just biding his time, so he can probably go on the softs and gun it.
I don't blame him. The end of the race. He's in a really good spot, like track position wise. Like that's a pretty good strategy at this point.
Yeah, he'd probably at this point come out in 7th or 8th if he pits now, and yeah, getting past the people on like Pace Dogs, Electric Chicken on the harder tires, older tires would not be a problem. GP Collins is very close to Scavney now. He'll be looking to make a move down very soon.
And GP Collins very close to Scavney here. Around the outside, Scavney pits. Good timing. Pretty much needs to head in at this point. He's got a 7-second gap to Hans behind. And there's 7 to Electric Chicken, and then 2 to Wolfsburg, and 4 or sorry, then 2.3. I think he's going to come out right around 10th or 11th here. He'd definitely be ahead of Bag of Bones, but will he come out ahead of Lit Romney? Just keep an eye on Scavney here.
He might come out just behind Pace Dogs.
Yeah, here comes Wolfsburg. And now, so that's going to put Scavney into the tunnel while Wolfsburg is approaching turn 1. It's going to be very close here. Oh, looks like they're going to be side by side here.
Oh, boy.
Very close. Wolfsburg.
Oh, comes out just ahead of Wolfsburg.
Yeah, just behind. Just behind there. Let Romney looking for a way through. Wolfsburg probably a little distracted, focusing on the pit lane there. And then Let Romney tries to take a peek into the chicane.
Oh, I think Electric Chicken is yet to make another pit stop. He's on 10-lap old mediums. I don't think they're going to last until the end of the race. I think that's going to be the same situation for Hans and possibly, even Zenith. So there's still a couple places to gain for Scavney.
Oh yeah, Scavney is in a great spot.
Oh yeah, he'll be within shout of a top 5 finish right here.
Well, he should make quick work of Pace Dogs on these 9-lap old hards, but Pace Dogs not stopping again, so realistically for Pace Dogs, he's going to have to really concede the position to Scavney. He's not going to be able to really fight him, and it's just going to cost him time. As you can see, though, the hard tires are very slow tires. Scavney has basically evaporated that gap in about half of a sector here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Scavney came out more than 3 seconds behind Pace Dogs, but, like, there's no gap anymore. It took less than a lap to evaporate it.
Zenith jumps in. He's onto the soft tires for the final 8 laps of the race. So we'll keep an eye on Zenith for possibly the fastest lap of the race. Won't really count, but bragging rights, right? Scavney is very close to Pace Dogs here. He closed that gap down quickly, and Lit Romney is very close to Wolfsburg. Lit Romney has a chance on Wolfsburg here into turn 1. He sends it, and he gets the move done. Good job from Lit Romney there. Wolfsburg has to concede. Unfortunately for Wolfsburg.
Pretty rare seeing moves down turn 1 given how short of a straight it is, but...
Yeah, if you just get a bad exit, you're pretty much done for, though, if the guy behind you nails it.
It's actually great to see people are actually sending it and getting it done.
Yeah, that was an excellent move for Lit Romney, who's put himself in a very good spot. He's got an extra place to gain at the end of this race as well. Scavney overtakes Pace Dogs, made quick work of him there. So Pace Dog's just in it for the long haul now. Well, he's got a few cars ahead that probably need to pit still. Guys like Chicken, Hans, GP, Arrow, T-Money, those guys are going to be real slow towards the end of the race here. So Scavney getting into clear air, this could benefit him greatly. As we mentioned, Zenith in a very good spot, sitting in 5th now on the soft tires. He's got a bit of a gap he's got to whittle down here, but... he's definitely going to, so you could see Zenith actually win this race, possibly. I don't know, those gaps are pretty large. It really depends how much time these guys are losing at the end of their stint, because they're obviously... Oh, Arrow pits.
Yeah, Arrow pits.
Arrow's realizing he's probably losing time to the guys behind and thinks, like, maybe it's time to go in. I don't know, if you're T-Money, I think you stay out.
For 7 more laps, the mediums are going to be dead. But
what?
Yeah,
what? I think stay out, man. And GB Collins 8 seconds behind. You can't pit.
Yeah. I think the gap's gonna be good enough for him to keep that win.
Scavney might even get Arrow here, almost. So Arrow's got some work to do. I don't know if he's gonna catch T-Money. I don't know. The chat's popping off. Let's see what they think. Scavney with the warm tires though might actually have a good run down the straight here. Puff saying he should pit. Who? T-Money? T-Money, yeah. He's saying T-Money should pit, I guess, really, because I'm the one saying T-Money should stay out. I don't know. He's got him covered off if he does pit. Really, that's his closest rival, so... I don't know. Does GP consider staying out then? Maybe take a gamble on it. I don't know.
So if we discount Zenith from the race, since like his points aren't going to count, T-Money does have the gap on Aerostrike, but what if GP decides to stay out?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. GP could win the race if he stays out and it works. Because right now, GP's not catching T-Money, and Arrow's really not even close to Zenith yet, and Zenith's still 8.7 off GP Colin. So, T-Money, I don't think he can pit at this point. It doesn't make sense. He's still, what, 7 laps to go? I know he's going to lose some time, but...
Yeah. I mean, Zenith's catching GP Colin, but I don't know if he has enough laps. Like 7 laps, he's gonna have to like cover up a second and just over a second a lap.
Yeah, and then actually make the move and make it stick too. And those tires will be dead towards the end, those softs. So I don't know. I think T-Money should stay out, and GP should too, probably. Arrow, even if Arrow catches GP and passes him, just take that podium, right? Scavney in a pretty good spot as well, actually. So he's obviously losing a bit of time to Arrow, but that makes sense. Arrow's pretty quick. But still, if he can kind of hang on to the back of Arrow and you can maybe whittle this gap down a bit, he might be in a good spot to fight for a podium as well. I mean, podium once the reserves are out. But, Zenith, there's a bit of a gap at the moment. He's on those fresh softs, so Zenith's sitting in a pretty spot at the moment. GP Colin not closing or really losing time to T-Money, and Zenith, yeah, he's chopping that gap down quickly, and Arrow is probably closing on Zenith as well. Good point from Puff, though. He would have probably caught GP. He had the gap, and if he'd pit, he would have caught GP. How long's the pit stop here? About 30 seconds?
I would imagine, since the pit exit is a bit of a twisty, windy section.
Yeah, it spits you out in a decent spot though. Like you're fairways through the first couple turns, so.
Oh yeah.
GP is chopping that gap to T-Money down now. Interesting to note. And Zenith and Arrow chopping the gaps. Oh, somebody's out. Hans is out. And Pace Dogs. Did they have a collision?
Boy.
Did they have a collision into turn 1? It looks like they may have. Oh, into turn 1, both drivers out. That is a very odd spot for 2 drivers to DNF. That is definitely going to be in the stewards after the race, I feel.
Yeah.
There's no way that was a racing incident. Somebody messed up. That's tough.
Massive safety car, though.
Yeah, huge safety car. That changes a lot. I think now you pit for sure, right? T-Money pits, GP pits. They're under the delta at the moment. They are ahead of the safety car, are they not?
Now I'd stay out because there's not going to be enough laps. There's not going to be enough laps after the safety car to catch anyone.
You think?
Because I think they'll be on 3 lap olds.
3 laps left though. 3 laps left with dead mediums and fresh softs. I don't know, man. That still could happen. I think he pit. I think he's got the gap covered right now if he pits. He's not going to gain that much time under the safety car. They're on a delta right now, are they not?
They are.
Yeah, I think he's just got to do it to cover it off. And he doesn't. GP stays out. Does T-Money stay out as well? He does. Alright. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's so tough.
Yeah, I didn't consider the gaps.
Pop says, don't stay out, you're crazy. Pit for sure. You missed the window, though. You can't pit now. You lose the track position by the time you pit now. So, oof. It's a gamble. Who's pit? Zenith's pit. Niebert's disqualified. For ignoring yellow flag? Maybe he had some penalties already or something as well? I don't know what happened there. That's a pretty severe punishment. Bag of Bones pits, Electric Chicken pits. So, these guys thinking... I don't know if they really had... Did they lose any places pitting here? Electric Chicken and PDC. PDC stayed out, so he gained the place. See, PDC on fresh mediums. And Lit Romney on, like half-life mediums. With the guys on fresh sauce behind, they might actually be able to hold the places to the end, but... I'm not sure T-Money and GP are going to be able to cover off Arrow here. Arrow is directly behind GP Colin and T-Money. He's got 3-lap-old softs, while they're on 12-lap-old mediums. That's going to be... I think they made a mistake not pitting. If that safety car comes in when we expect it to, which will be lap 26, that'll leave 3 laps of racing. There won't be DRS, though.
No, there won't be. But I feel like the tire delta, just the tire delta will be enough for Aerostrike to win.
Even Scavney has a chance here to go for second.
For Scavney to get second place. Yeah, I stand corrected. I guess they should have put it.
Yeah, because the safety car more than likely is going to come in at the end of the next lap, and that will free them out onto lap 26 with 26, 27, and 28 lap. So there will be DRS even on the final lap, which will help down that main straight if they're close enough. So even if the guys can't quite get it done, they're going to have that DRS for one lap if the safety car comes in at the end of the next lap. What an interesting race. This has actually been a really excellent night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this one. There's been a lot of action, a lot of interesting things going on, a lot of strategy differences, lots of speculation and things to think about, and then suddenly this safety car comes out with only a few laps to go, and it pretty much just completely erases everything. And it's like, well, did they fuck it up? Do you think T Money and GP fucked it up?
T Money and I feel like now they have. T Money had a 21-second gap approximately to Aerostrike, and that would have been more than enough for a pit stop. I think GP Colin had 15 seconds. That also would have been more than enough for a pit stop under the safety car.
Yeah, especially under the safety car. Like, even not under safety car, it's debatably like close. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, Puff says they fucked it up.
Puff agrees, eh?
Yeah.
Let's see. The safety car comes in. If the safety car doesn't come in at the end of this lap, then they might get away with it. But if it comes in at the end of this lap, I think it's a done deal. Tell the safety car to speed up. He needs to go faster.
Safety car's going really slowly, Bono. Bono, my tires are dead.
Alright. Should be any moment. We'll find out if the safety car is coming in.
Doesn't look like it.
No, there's still a bit of ways to go. They'll probably let us know in the next couple turns.
Tell you what, there's going to be battles all over the track. I think Bones is going to try to make a move on PDC.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
Will try to follow him through. Yeah, Terminal Deity will be looking to make a move on Mario.
It's going to be tough to follow the action for sure, but we definitely need to focus on the front here because this is going to be really spicy.
Absolutely.
I didn't see a notification. I think the safety car's staying out. It does stay out. Oh, interesting. So now it's like the DRS thing is not going to happen now, but they'll still have that massive advantage with the grip. So we really got to see, like,
there's going to be
a pure raw race, no DRS, like just who's got the more grip and who's got the bigger pair of balls and wants to send it. That's really what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to depend on how long Aero or Scavney or both take to get past GP Colin, if at all. Depends on how well GP Colin can defend them on 14, 15 lap old mediums. But if they can't get past quick enough, then T Money might have just won this.
Yeah. Yeah, really, GP's kind of the cork in the bottle at this point. If he doesn't let them through easy, then he could spoil it for Aero and Scavney.
Oh, yeah.
Jinnit also a threat as well.
Yeah, GP Colin is basically the floodgate holding Aerostrike and Scavney away from T-Money.
Yeah, maybe that's what T-Money's banking on, because he's been racing GP wheel-to-wheel quite a bit tonight, and he knows that GP's got the pace. Yeah, interesting to note, Jinnit sitting in 5th on very fresh soft, so he could be a threat as well. And then Bag of Bones, yeah, PDC, Lit Romney kind of blocking his way to Jinnit and Scavney, but I think Aero's got a shot to win this thing for sure. Scavney, if he can find some pace over the next couple laps, he could probably pull off the win as well.
Safety car in this lap, that it is. So 2 laps of full racing. It's going to depend on how well these guys manage to get away as well.
Interesting to note as well, there is a lapped car stuck between GP and T-Money right now. So that's going to kind of screw things up on the restart for GP. Really not going to hurt Aero too much, though.
Keep those tires warm, boys. You don't want cold tires on a safety car restart.
Right. And they are going quite slow, and there's still quite a ways to go before the start-finish straight, so T-Money can't really restart it until that safety car is pretty much into the pit lane, especially if he's this close to it. It's probably a little too close at the moment. I think he's good, probably. Needs to really slow down here to make sure he doesn't catch it. Looks like he's probably good. There you go. T-Money restarts the race. GP Colin way behind Burns here, and Aero looks like he's going to have a really good run on GP already. Someone's off. Somebody's off. Is that Wolfsburg has lost it? And he looks like he's taking a couple cars with him.
Mario's off. Chicken's off. Yeah, Niba looks like he lost it a bit again. Terminal D80 has lost a place to Niba. Lots of swaps happening.
Aero sends it. Oh, he didn't get close enough. Aero really needs to get through here. I think he's got a really good shot on GP here. He's definitely... he sends it around the outside, and that's Dub 49ers getting out of the way. Nice to stay out of the way there. Aero Strike is going to have that slipstream. He's going to have that grip advantage. He's closing. I think he's got this. Looks like he's close enough. He's going to have that grip advantage into the corner as well.
Side by side into the braking zone.
They will be, but Aero's got that grip. Oh, GP covers it off.
So far, so good, but I think Aero's going to have him now.
Aero's got him now, for sure. So now T-Money...
No DRS,
really,
but...
It's pretty much one... Oh, my.
Oh,
GP
boy.
with a stout defense there down the inside. Just parks it on the inside line. Aero barges his way through. And now Jinnit looking for a way through as well. Now T-Money is under threat. Aero has about a lap and a third to finish this thing off. Can Aero get the win here in Abu Dhabi under the lights? T-Money has drove excellently tonight, but so has Aero, starting from last place on the grid with his crash in qualifying. He is up in second, and he has a chance to take the lead of the race here. He's got the gap under a second here. He won't get DRS here because we just finished a safety car stint, but Aero Strike is already within a few tenths of T-Money here. He's definitely going to have an excellent run on him down the back straight. This could be Aero Strike's race.
I'm calling it now. I think T-Money keeps the place.
You think?
That's my prediction.
I think Aero's got this. Aero is so close to T-Money.
Oh, yeah.
Aero is so close here. It's make or break. He's got to send it.
Yellow flag.
We've got yellow flags. It looks like T-Money got a very good exit here, and he's got that battery pack surely charged up nicely. Aero is not close enough. Will he get it down the next straight?
Not yet.
Not yet, you're right. He's waiting to line this up here. Doesn't want to give T-Money a chance to fight this back. And while that's going on, we have Jinnit pressuring Aero as well. Jinnit is not going to make this easy for Aero because he is right on the tail of Aero Strike. Aero Strike now cannot find a way through. T-Money has defended it. Has T-Money pulled the master stroke here by staying out? Aero Strike is so close.
That's a bad exit, T-Money.
T-Money has a terrible exit, and Aero Strike is all over the back of him here. Is he going to find a way through? Oh, T-Money locks up Aero around the outside. Aero sends it. He runs a bit wide to get the move done, but... Oh, T-Money and Aero collide.
Oh,
T-Money has out. He's spun. He's lost so many places there because of the safety car. Everybody is so close behind. He can't get it turned around properly either. He's got traffic to worry about now. T-Money all the way down to 9th place here. I'm not too sure if there was contact there, but Aero has won the race. He's crossed the line in first. GB Collin finishes in second. Bag of Bones is in third. I guess Jinnit got collected by T-Money there because he's dropped down to 6th. Scavney finishes 4th. PDC is in 5th. Jinnit in 6th. T-Money in 7th. Wolfsburg in 8th. Terminal Dady in 9th. Lit Romney in 10th.
Yeah, Jinnit dropped places because he had penalties. He picked up a penalty on the last lap.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously under a safety car restart, not huge gaps really either. So, what a crazy finish to that Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It was an excellent race tonight.
Astonishing. I think T-Money might be a little mad. There might be something for the stewards to look at, because I do think there was contact between Aerostrike and T-Money, but
I think so as well. That was a hell of a finish, though. Holy crap.
Insane, absolutely insane.
Can't wait to get these guys in here for the interviews. So that's going to be GP Aero, and then I guess T-Money won't be here technically, but who finished third then?
Scavney. Scavney picked up a podium since Bones finished third, but Bones won't count.
All right, so we'll bring Scavney in for his first interview. That's going to be great. So Scavney finishes third. PDC actually will finish fourth. We'll finish the order here. Niebuhr is in 11th, so he'll actually get points because Jinnit and Bag of Bones don't count. So Niebuhr's actually scored 2 points tonight. Good job on him. Lit Romney, it's Eric in 12th. He'll pick up a point. Dub 49ers in 13th, Electric in 14th, Mario 15th, JXW's in 16th, Burns is in 17th, Pace Dogs in 18th, Hans in 19th, and Coxie last. He DNF'd on his own, while Hans and Pace Dogs obviously had some sort of collision and took each other out there on the approach to turn 1. So, very interesting race tonight. A lot of action. A bit of a long one, 52 minutes. You see a couple safety cars out there. Definitely mixed up the grid a bit and gave us a lot to think about tonight. There was a lot of strategy options. There was a lot of strategy changes, and the safety car basically came in and wiped everything off the board at the end. Excellent race. Let's get these guys in here for an interview. I want to hear what Arrow has to say. Should we invite T-Money just for? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For the spice factor, let's invite T-Money to the party as well. Scavney, GP, and let's get T-Money in here as well. Oh, spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Puff's calling out T-Money strategy still. Oh, T-Money.
Oh, yeah.
Was there contact?
Yeah.
Was it his fault?
I mean, we were side by side. I don't know. It was enough, like, when we made contact, like, I ended up losing the car, or I started to lose it, and then trying to save it, like, I ended up spinning out. I don't know.
That's a tough break, man. Obviously, that's probably going to be looked at for sure, I think. That was...
First podium of the season.
Is that Scavney in there?
Yeah, he's in.
All right. But yeah, let's just let T-Money finish his thought there. I mean, obviously, this looked like a walk in the park tonight. Like, it should have been easy converted win, and suddenly you finish in 9th, I think. It was borderline out of the points, really. Obviously, it wasn't any fault of your own. Obviously, there was some contact there. I don't think necessarily there's anyone to blame, but there definitely was some contact, and it looked like you got the worst of it. So, I've left the party. Due to a network error. Oh, yeah. I'm in the lobby now, but yeah, I got booted out of the party. I was trying to interview you guys. Yeah, I just got a message. Buzz gonna get me in there. Well, hopefully Fuzz took over the interviews. I thought I invited you. Ah, did you? Okay, hang on. Fuzz just got me an invite, so going to give you another network error? No, okay, we're good. Yeah. Can you invite GP again, because he got booted too. He was talking to me in the lobby. Anyways, I don't know what happened after I left. Did you guys talk about it?
A little bit. Give me 1 sec.
A little bit. I mean, I just said if I went deep into turn one or like turn like 16, because that's what allowed him to get like right up alongside me. That it shouldn't have been an issue then, but
right. Well, I was gonna say, like, I was like, oh, I hope Fuzz carried on the interviews after I got booted there, but like, I have the stream on my channel, so I have to be back in here for it to be relevant anyway. But obviously, we were talking about what happened with T-Money. There was a bit of contact there between you and Arrow. I don't think anything was malicious at all. It looked like just some hard racing and, I don't know, maybe bad luck, but obviously it's going to be looked at. We'll take a look at it after, and we'll see what happened there. But very disappointing. I mean, it looked like an easy win, and suddenly it turned into, pretty much a disaster. You're crossing the line in 9th place and barely got the car turned around in time to actually finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unfortunate.
Like I said, it was really one mistake on my part, and that allowed Arrow to get alongside me, and after that, I mean, whatever happened there, I said I'd have to go back and watch, because
you don't have to say anything right now anyway. We'll look at it after and talk about it after. It just looked like really just bad luck for the most part, but GP made it in. All right, good news. But let's move on to Arrow. Obviously, like, you started 20th. What happened in qualifying there? You crashed out. We didn't really see how, but we saw where. Like, everybody else seemed to be crashing there.
That curb is not great on hard tires.
No, it's not nice.
Yeah, it sent me straight to the scene of the accident, right at the wall.
Yep.
And I was stuck watching the rest.
Yeah, but on the contrary to your qualifying session, you had probably one of the most brilliant races anyone's ever seen in the league. Starting dead last, obviously you had some luck with safety cars. The incident with T-Money we'll look at after, and we'll talk about another time. But given the fact that you started dead last and you're either finishing first or very damn close to first, how do you feel? Like, that must have been a hell of a drive. Your heart must have been racing the whole time, just making your way through the pack, and those safety cars kind of helping you out, closing those gaps down.
Yeah, it's been a weird day for me. For sure. Yeah, both safety cars have really helped me out. It's just to close the gap. When I pit for mediums for my second stint, I wasn't looking at my tire wear. Maybe I should have, because I probably could have went mediums to softs, one stopping it. But I was already dead set on two stopping. I don't know. There's no one stopping is alright, but it's not.
It's tough to do with this track. It's tough to do with this track, and you really do have a massive pace advantage when you're on the softs compared to somebody on the hards. It's like almost ridiculous, we saw like a 3 or 4 second gap basically evaporate tonight when someone came out on the softs behind somebody on the hards. So yeah, excellent drive. Congratulations. It's one hell of a performance.
If that safety car didn't come out, I wouldn't have had the chance to win.
Right.
It would have been T-Money's race and then GP second.
It was a tough one. But that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes things like that happen, A couple drivers collided there, it looked like, on the approach to turn 1, and that's what brought out that final safety car that kind of just changed the entire scope of the race, really.
Yeah.
I just figured no VSC that I could. I mean, all I had to do was run 2, or maybe 3 at the most. Or yeah, my fault. DRS. Like not having like everybody else behind me not having DRS. I mean, I just kind of figured like if I could put together like 2 or 3 good laps, because I kind of thought the safety car was going to come in at the end of lap 25.
That's what we
and
thought.
not stay out that extra lap. So I thought I was going to have 3 laps, and then I was just kind of thankful that it was only 2, because I was thinking like there definitely won't be any DRS at the end, and I just thought with having GP as the kind of like the buffer in between like me and Arrow, or like the soft runners I should say, like behind, that I'd maybe be able to stretch it out a little bit, but
well. Let's just jump to GP and Scavney quickly. I want to give GP a chance to answer that part of the question. Then we're going to move on to Scavney if we can quickly, because T Money's usually here most weeks. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the ending of the race there and kind of how it kind of spiraled out.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm gonna leave the party. So
no problem.
Good race to everybody. I mean, that was a nail biter at the end.
Oh yeah,
unfortunate.
Yeah,
it happens. But like I said, good race and congrats on the win, Arrow. That's a hell of a race from all the way back in 20th.
Yeah,
thank you.
All right, cheers.
On to GP.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just about to pass this to you.
Yeah, we're just gonna respond to the question about the decision to stay out of the last safety car. I actually told Jeff I was coming in and I was going to take some softs, but I had enough time to think about it. I don't know if we were maybe just a little over halfway through the lap when that came out. But anyhow, I had time to think, and I realized with the number of laps left, what we were likely to experience with how many laps the safety car was going to be out. I thought that I would be able to. I would lose more by coming in and letting even 2 or 3 cars in front of me, because these guys are just so fast. I wouldn't have got those positions back. So I felt better staying on some relatively decent medium tires. I had good pace, and I felt I was safer maintaining the track position, and that's what I went with.
It worked out pretty well, really. I mean, obviously what happened to Team Money was terrible luck, but it seemed like it kind of worked out. I think if the safety car had come in a lap earlier, you guys would have been in big trouble, but I think the fact that they didn't get the DRS, those guys behind, that really kind of hurt them a little bit, and it gave you guys just enough pace to fight them back. Moving on to Scavney now. Obviously, I think is this your first time in the podium interviews? I think you made the podium one time in a race, but you were a reserve at the time, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, now you're here, and you filled in one night for T1 Comm, so people are probably familiar with your voice a little bit. But tell us how you feel. I mean, obviously it was a hell of a race. You pit early under that safety car. A lot of guys decided not to, but it looked like it benefited you greatly. You ended up gaining a lot of places because of that. Right. Yeah, Janet had the fresh softs, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, really? That's interesting. Because I figured because he streamed the race the one night that it would probably be fine. I don't know. Are you fixing it, Scavney? Yeah, he's getting it. So, all right. I don't remember the first question I asked you now.
It should be good now.
All right. So yeah, answer my first question again.
Yeah, so under that safety car, yeah. Took me a while trying to decide. I figured it's pretty much a free stop. I knew I was going to have to work way out to the field, but my softs were already past 30%, so I figured it's worth a shot, see what happens, stay out of trouble. Luckily, it seemed to pay off at the end, but I had to run on the old softs at the end after the safety car. I was worried about getting past there, but luckily everything worked out.
Yeah, Zenith was he was pretty close to you, and he definitely I think he got by you, right? But it didn't really matter, right? Because Zenith doesn't count, so it's kind of like, hey, there's no point in fighting this fast guy when really I'm trying to keep the other guys behind me, or even possibly take a crack at those medium guys. We were thinking you actually had a shot at it as well. If that that safety car came in and there was 3 laps to go and we got DRS on the final lap, I think you and Aerostrike would have had a really excellent run down that long straight with the DRS. And I think you guys could have probably finished 1-2, but really, honestly, you got to take. I think 3rd place is a damn good finish as well. So combined with the podium in Monaco, you've got quite a nice haul of points so far this season. It's been good having you on board. Appreciate you joining us as a reserve to begin with, and then obviously you got you a seat pretty quickly, and I think you've been an excellent addition to the league. So I'm glad to have you in here for the interviews. And it's an excellent performance tonight, so cheers to that. And I think we'll wrap up the broadcast. Fuzz, if you have any questions before we do that, you can go ahead. Yeah.
I have a question.
What? I don't think you're allowed. Oh. I actually don't know.
Spain.
I don't know.
Spain. Catalunya.
Is it Spain? I'm so disappointed over the last few races, man. I barely engage on what's next for me. I'm just like, oh, I gotta do comms tonight, don't worry. Spain, Belgium, Mexico. One more comment before we go because we're almost at 100. Did someone just say something stupid? Coxie, come on. Say banana skin or something. I'll do my best Coxie impersonation. Banana skin. Was it close? Was it close? He sounds kind of like that, I think. One more comment, and we'll wrap this up. No one's going to do it, are they? Am I going to have to comment myself? That's sad. Don't make me do it. There we go. All right, we can end the broadcast. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.